Hello, welcome to part 2 of Rumpelstiltskin. Now, what happened last time in part 1 was there's this old miller and then he boasted to the king about his daughter's ability to spin straw into gold. Now, being a normal girl, this daughter could not actually spin straw into gold. So when the king presented her with the chance to do exactly that, she broke down in tears. Luckily, a little man came to the rescue, and then he said that he could spin the gold, but for what cost? He had to have her necklace. Sorry. So, this little man, by the next morning, he spun every single straw in the room into gold, and then the king said, "Alright, do it again." Now, the daughter, once again, she broke down into tears, and then the little man came to help, but this time, he had a greater price. He said that he wanted the woman's firstborn child. So, now, after making that promise, the little man, he spun every single straw in the room into gold, and then this king, he was so impressed that he decided to marry the daughter. And then the daughter said never to make her spin straw into gold ever again. So, they soon figure out each other's pros and cons. That's how you call it. And then that's basically where the story ends off. And then seems like they're having their first child soon. So let's see what's gonna happen. Within a year of their wedding, their first child was born. The queen was so happy that she forgot all about her promise to the little man who had helped her. It was not until he appeared at her window one day that she remembered. "Your Highness," said the odd man, "I have come to claim what is mine. Your firstborn child. Your son belongs to me!" "Surely you will not take my child," said the queen. "I was a fool to make such a promise. Now that I am queen, I can give you anything that you desire." "What I desire," he answered, "is your child. You must keep your promise to me." The little man squinted his eyes. He considered the queen as he cradled her child in her arms. Finally, he sighed. "I can see how much you care for your child," he said. "Therefore, I will give you a chance to keep him. If you can guess my name, I will forgive your promise." "Horrence?" the queen asked quickly. "Is that your name, Hubert? Henry?" "Huh!" he bellowed. "It is none of those. I will give you 2 more chances to guess." With that, he turned and left the castle. The queen ordered one of her porters to follow him. The servant secretly watched the little man as he traveled deep into the forest. He set up a camp, built a fire, and danced happily around it. He knew the queen would never guess his name. Meanwhile, the queen compiled a list. She sent for royal advisors and asked them for the most unusual names they could find. They scoured the countryside and reported their findings to the queen. The next day, the queen's porter returned to the castle. He had very little to report. The little man had danced around his fire all night long, but did not speak a word. Suddenly, a voice startled the queen. "Have you any guesses for me, your highness?" asked the little man. He appeared from out of nowhere. "Indeed I do," she said. "Are you called Monte, Mal, Montevecchio, well then, Orton, Opyrus, Orenthal? Or perhaps are you Balthazar, Bitmillimont, Bugheim?" The queen read every name from her list. "All of those guesses were wrong," the little man said triumphantly. "I will give you one last chance." The queen returned to her list of names. She again asked her porter to follow the little man. The porter found the little man in the same spot, deep in the forest. And just as he had begun the night before, the little man began to dance around his fire. This time, however, he sang a little song as he danced. The queen's heart will surely break, for tomorrow our child I'll take. But now we'll play a guessing game, and Rumpelstiltskin is my name. The queen's porter smiled as he heard the mysterious name revealed. He made the long journey back to the palace, arriving only moments before the little man. "It is time for your final guesses," said the little man. "You do not look like an Alfonso or a Louis," said the queen. "You must be a Rumpelstiltskin." "That is impossible!" cried the man. "How could you know?" In his fury, Rumpelstiltskin's face turned red. He stomped his foot so hard that a hole opened up beneath him. Rumpelstiltskin disappeared into the hole and was never heard from ever again. In the end, the king and the queen, the handsome little prince, and the miller lived happily ever after. The end. Now you probably know why I chose a "Hello, my name is" card for this. And also, if you turn your device upside down, you can see that I wrote Rumpelstiltskin in cursive. Alright, so see you next time. 你不知道你有多可爱，你跌倒都会傻笑的站起来，你永远都不容易失败，我不会唱这首歌，啦啦啦，拜拜。